First time around, 300 Win Mags everywhere, right? With a couple of 260s.
What a terrible idea. Maybe a helicopter. Fly to Melbourne, then helicopter into the high country.
Get dropped off at the wedding.
You get to the end of it and you've just walked out with a deer for 6Ks or whatever strapped to you and everything's aching and you don't ever want to do it again. That was horrible. You got cuts all over you.
24 hours, you're like, this is the best day of my life. We had an exciting evening on Tuesday night, but that's much more, well, no, it was exciting for me as well, but that was much more your thing.
You had a good time?
I did, yeah.
I'm glad.
Absolutely.
Me too.
Fired up a barbecue.
Yeah. No, I fired off some prizes to some people all around Australia.
Tell us what it was, mate.
So it was the live presentations for the Foxtastic Weekend.
Yeah, run and done.
Run and done.
Yep.
Get started into next year soon.
Okay, moving on already.
Yeah. Well, you got to get ahead.
Tell us a little bit about we all know about the event, right? Because we found out on the presentations that a bunch of people heard about the event from here.
Yeah.
Cool.
People actually listen, which is crazy.
Also a surprise, but great. Thank you guys.
Thanks for listening. Appreciate it.
And you had, take us through some numbers. How many people you had to sign up?
We had 80 people.
80 people?
About the same as last year.
How many teams?
40 teams.
Is that about the same or is that a bit more?
I think we had a bit more,
more
team-wise.
Same numbers.
Same numbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it worked out well. I wasn't expecting to see huge growth this year, especially with the sudden hike in fuel prices.
Yeah, I bet.
A week or two out is sort of when we saw most of our entries last year. We had 18 entries in the last couple of days.
Yep.
Whereas this year we had 4 entries in the last couple of days.
Gotcha.
So people listened and they got their entries in early.
But you actually heard from people to say they couldn't.
Yeah, there was a few people that reached out and were just like, it's too far of a drive and too much fuel for us to go this year. And I was like, mate, I completely understand that.
Yeah.
When it jumps sort of $1.50, you double your price of your weekend pretty quick if fuel's your biggest expense.
And for many people it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
and so then it kicked off Friday? What time?
Kicked off on Friday at 6 p.m. in South Australia.
Okay,
and 6:30 everywhere else. And people got right to work.
Straight into it. How from the time it started to the time you got your first message or photo or video or whatever you get, how far was
probably
that?
a couple of hours, and I was starting to get some Snapchats. As soon as the sun went down, I was I've got a few of the guys on Snapchat.
Starting to get messages
through.
Okay.
So it was good. A lot of foxes down, a lot of cats, a lot of pigs.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise for me when we were doing the presentations. You had a lot more pigs than previous, right?
We did.
Yeah,
and I actually spoke to the winning guys.
Yeah.
And he said, funnily enough, they got an extra, he reckons maybe 30 over the 60.
Extra 30.
That they couldn't be bothered recording photos or videos for, so they just didn't include them.
Yeah, right. Wow.
So they'd actually shot nearly 50 pigs. Yeah.
Right. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of pigs.
Okay, and so Friday night, you're starting to see a couple of hours in, sun goes down, and then you were starting to see results, and just start piling in.
A little bit. So the way
it was Friday night, not the big night.
So I think Saturday was a lot bigger.
Gotcha.
But the way it's set up is sort of to where you'll get the occasional photo or message from someone, but it's really set up to where everything just comes in on Sunday in the final tally report or late Saturday night.
Yep. Okay.
So I've got it set up to where people's submission of their animals and the time of it is the draw. So if first and second shot the same amount, if first submitted at 10 o'clock on Saturday night and second place submitted at 4 a.m. on Sunday, it's sort of it picks your winner.
Yeah, okay. Does that offset for for WA or something, or
we haven't had anyone from WA yet?
Yeah, right.
Haven't cracked the market in WA, so
gotcha.
If you're over in WA, make sure you get on board next year.
We should make an ambassador trip over to WA sometime this year.
Beaches look nice over there.
To go and meet some people, hang out with them, and convince them to do it. Anyway, I'm just.
We need to find. Is there a show over in WA?
We could be the show.
Let's do it.
Coming to WA this year, Bullet Points Podcast. Looking forward to it.
We're just going to fly over, go to a pub in Perth and do a podcast.
I've done that before, and we had 35 people rock up at the pub, so that was great fun. Yeah, we had a great night.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, let's do that again.
It's on.
I don't know. I didn't know any or meet any of them, but there was at least 35
people at the pub. Perfect.
Yeah, it was a good night. Okay, so haven't cracked WA. Right, so you don't have to sort of...
I might have to do some targeted marketing next year.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. And so Friday night, and then what, are you just getting messages all the way through the night, or is it sort of chills out a little bit, and then Saturday, when do you start hearing from people Saturday?
Again, mostly in the evening.
As the sun goes
a few
down.
people do go out on drives, like fox drives, and walk the creeks and
brilliant.
and get on them that way. So you do get a couple of messages from the guys, and hey, we just did a drive and we got 15 or something like that. So
right. Yeah, nice.
So it's always good to hear, and then the socials as well. We see people tagging and doing
getting
that.
A fair bit of that.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And definitely messages. A lot of thank you messages as well.
Yeah.
That's the big thing is everyone gets out after that first night and they had an awesome night. And if they're not going out on the Saturday, you get a message saying, thanks, man. It was an awesome weekend. We can't go out for the second night, but it's been great. So
yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. And then Saturday night's your bigger night. That's where you see most of your carnage.
Yeah, most of the messages start rolling through in the early morning.
Okay. Yeah.
So I have to remember to mute my phone so I can sleep, so I can be ready for Sunday to start tallying results and getting
Sunday,
everything ready.
Yeah, you start counting up, right?
Start counting. So as soon as it ends at 12 p.m. that day, start tallying results and going through messages. And if anyone hasn't gotten through, give them a call and be like, hey, what's going on? Did you get out?
Yeah, that's right.
You have people that are sort of like, oh, yeah, we got out, but we didn't get anything. And most of the time I'll just say, thanks, mate. We appreciate you going out. We'll throw you in the prize draw.
Yeah.
Like, you've been out there, you've tried.
Yeah, they've done it, right?
That's it. They've done the thing. Yeah. And that's hunting. You're not always going to get everything. So
absolutely.
Appreciate people putting the effort in, and I'll always look after them as best I can.
For sure. And so does it take you most of the day to count it all up? Is it
it's probably an hour or two of just going through messages. I've got an Excel spreadsheet set up.
Get everything done.
And just plug it all in and then tally up the numbers. And then double check that I've tallied them all correctly, and then triple check that I've tallied them correctly.
Get the missus to have a look over your shoulder and make sure the numbers are correct.
Yeah, make sure everything's
the right way around.
Everything's right.
Down. Yeah.
And then start writing the speeches and the tally sheets, and reach out to Dan and get him working on the ecology side of things.
Yeah, getting those numbers. Well, you got some totals for us.
I do have some totals. Where's my phone?
Is this your phone up here?
No.
Is that mine? That's mine.
That's
okay.
yours.
My phone doesn't have anything on it. So.
Doesn't it? I can send them to you.
No. I mean, I've heard them all, but I don't remember them. So surprising. 398 foxes. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah, I remember that one.
He's on it.
Mostly because you said it twice on the broadcast, because the first part of the broadcast
I probably said
work.
it a lot of times.
Yeah.
We had issues, so.
Yeah. That's all right.
That's life. It happens.
398 foxes. So that's up on last year. You said it was close.
Yeah, I think we were at 360-ish last year.
Yeah, it's an extra 30 to 40.
So, extra few.
For the same amount of people, yeah.
Yeah, same amount of people. Which is interesting as well. Seeing as we've been through a bit of a drought, you'd almost expect lower numbers, but there's obviously still a few around.
Was a lot of the, I mean, obviously doing presentations, a lot of the team names were the same. Was there a bunch of new people? Was there
heaps of new people?
Heaps of new people?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So we'd lost a few people and gained a few people. Okay. So, but yeah, definitely the people first, second, third, definitely big numbers last year from those three teams as well. Yeah.
So good shooters, good hunters, and
they know what they're doing, and they're on good areas.
Yep.
They've got good pastures.
Yeah.
So 398 foxes,
right?
16 cats, 58 pigs.
Cats were always my favourite.
Yeah.
Those, yeah.
I almost want to do double points on cats, but just really motivate people.
Yeah. Pigs.
58.
58. That's right. Yes.
And then deer 9. 111 rabbits.
Do you have a breakdown of the deer, of the type of deer?
I don't. I'm going to say I know there was at least 6 fallow.
Okay.
And a sambar.
And a Samba in there.
And a Samba in there.
And then two mysterious.
Two mysterious deer. Don't know what they are.
Moose.
17 goats.
Yep.
And 37 hares.
And you said 111 rabbits?
111 rabbits.
Wow.
54 from
one group.
Yeah, from one group.
Yep. They were obviously in a rabbit area.
Yeah. Okay. They picked a block that they knew had plenty of rabbits, and they worked pretty hard on the rabbits.
Did they get any foxes?
They got 15.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So no slouch. It's not that like they gave up the foxes to get the rabbits.
No, they did some solid rabbit work.
Yeah.
They reckon they could have done more, but they were sick of dragging around a cart full of dead rabbits.
Yeah, fair enough.
They got one of those little gorilla trolleys.
Did they have to do a video of every single rabbit?
So I had them just do a big photo of all the rabbits.
You're not going to go to the effort of faking that.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Plus, I've got them on Snapchat, so I was getting plenty of Snapchats from them carting the thing of rabbits around. So
yeah, and the foxes is the big one. That's
the foxes is the big one.
That's what you get trophy for. And that's
exactly right. Cool. So
okay, yeah, nice. And so then you had Dan work on the ecology side of things, the impact on it.
Yeah, the impact of like the damage the foxes and cats do.
And so this is working out sort of over a year. How a year or a lifetime? What is it? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure I reckon it'd be over the lifetime of the fox.
Normal lifetime of fox. So the amount of damage,
which is not a long. It's only 3 to 5 years.
Okay. Yeah.
So they don't have a huge lifespan.
So this is a potential. So you've got, what's your first number on that? It's just so we can give sort of an example of what that actually means.
Lost it.
And so on these numbers you're about to find, is that foxes and cats, or is this everything?
Just foxes and cats.
Foxes and cats. So we had 398 and 16. So we got about 414 animals that this applies to.
Yep.
Yeah. What's your
so we got 21,000.
Go exact.
Go exact. Yeah. 21,094 reptiles.
94 reptiles. Okay. So that's saying over. Whoops. No, I've definitely done that wrong. 21,094.
Interesting enough, one of the guys had been out shooting over the weekend that was here at live presentations was showing me some photos of.
Yep.
He'd been shooting them with a rather large caliber,
right?
And had split some gut sacs open on them, and had found bit of dragon feet and little geckos and all sorts in there.
Yep. So that's sort of the way that 21,000's worked out is somewhere over the lifetime of whatever that fox or cat is, it's in the ballpark of about 51 reptiles it will eat. And that's what these numbers are talking about. Is that
must be a year then?
Must be a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I seem to think it was a year. But anyway,
I reckon it's a year.
So over. Let's say, based on these assumptions, about a year, every week it's eating some reptile.
Yep.
And that would be a reptile that it would be back into population if it was removed from. Yeah.
If there's no fox there to eat it, then that's 21 more thousand reptiles.
Got it. All right. So this makes more sense. So that's purely reptiles, but there's more numbers.
There is more numbers.
Yeah. All right.
So you add 26,268 birds.
Righto. Yep.
And
so more than one a week for that.
Yep. More than one a week. Birds are high on the list. Native mammals. So your small marsupials and mice and donats and all that sort of stuff. 24,676.
Wow. Okay.
And then livestock, which would be mostly lambs and I guess the occasional chicken farm possibly.
Yep.
9,154.
Solid. Yeah, right.
Huge numbers.
Big numbers. I mean, there's economic, particularly for the livestock side.
Yeah, economic value is huge.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's really good to actually get that data to be like, it's a fun event and all this sort of gear, but here's actually what that does from the environment, from livestock, from the economy.
The breakdowns. It's going to be really good, I think, we've been doing it for 4 years now, so it's quite good we can look back at
stack those numbers
over years and the going forward as well.
And last year was not dissimilar, maybe 10% down or something on these numbers. So that 2 years you've doubled that sort of effort.
Yeah.
That's some solid numbers there.
It's excellent, yeah. And I think it's also motivating people not just for that weekend.
Yeah, of course.
You're promoting people to go invest in thermal gear and that sort of stuff as well.
Yep.
And get those higher numbers of foxes. That sun is just
done by the sun.
That is just sneaking through there.
This is what happens when we film.
I don't have
the afternoon.
my sunnies.
Yeah, are you still on the?
Yeah, I'm still in the camera.
Right. Good to know.
It's fine. Yeah, I haven't moved that far over.
Not yet. It could be time. I think the thing is, like, you go out and you said before, you have a bunch of people who perhaps, like, because I know these are often done in teams of 3 or 4 or whatever.
We had 15 solo hunters.
15 solo, yeah, not exclusively, but often you'll have teams of several, and maybe hopefully 1 or 2 of those people in the team are new to it, that sort of thing, and they get invited out to go and experience it, and they're like, oh, we've got to do this more often, this is more fun, and then they go out, rather than once a year, they go out 4 times a year or 6 times a year, or they really enjoy it, and then you're promoting obviously more. I mean, you stack these numbers on what the 80 people that you're involved with, think about what they're doing in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're out and they're excited about it and they're pumped up about it, they're probably making a big impact to their various
areas. Impact. Yeah. So it's quite good. I'm really happy with how the event's growing as well.
Yep.
Definitely seeing growth year on year. So
yeah, and then this year we had since day one, really, we've had the presentations here, haven't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since the beginning.
So
our foundation sponsor.
Foundation sponsor, I like it. So what we do, we just chuck a barbecue on, and people come and chat. And if they want to look at products, they can, but that's not the intent of it.
That's not the ideal.
But the boys work here generally hang around anyway because they're interested. Tony was involved with it. Joe was involved with it last year.
Yeah,
and
for
so
sure.
they'll be here and chatting with people. But it's great to actually meet and do the presentations for 20 minutes or half an hour or whatever it is, and then just chat with these guys.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Yeah,
and a couple of guys came all the way down from Kingston, probably 4 or 5 hour drive.
Wow. Yeah, just
on a Tuesday night.
Wow.
Just
with the price of diesel.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah, absolutely. Legendary effort.
It wasn't that good a barbecue.
And Jason come down from down south as well.
Yep. And and it's great to actually put names to faces.
Yeah, exactly.
These guys.
It's awesome.
They sit there chatting for ages, and we'll leave the shop open as long as they're here. They just chatting away. Yeah. It's really good. So
it's always a good night. Always good to catch up and meet new people and get out. It's a shame we can't have a live in every state. I think we'd have a lot of people if we got over to Victoria and New South Wales.
Of course, yeah.
And we might have to do that one day. There's a store over in
shop
Melbourne
over in
now.
Melbourne that we could do something at. Okay.
So maybe one year we take the presentations to Melbourne.
You reckon?
We'll see how big we get it.
Yeah, all right. We could do that. We could definitely move it around. Yeah, that sounds good fun.
Might have to put it on a weekend. Might have to be the following weekend.
Yeah, okay. Right. Don't want to just dash over for a Tuesday night flight. No.
I've got to work, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, we could be back by work. Yeah. Just go into Melbourne for like 3 hours.
Yep. Fly home. Yeah. It's possible.
You're right. It is possible. Yeah. Okay.
If anyone can organise it, it's you.
Well, you just jump on the website and book it. So I this trip I'm taking tonight. All right. We've covered everything we needed for Foxtastic. We'll talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll talk more. Yeah.
So I jumped on the portal. We use like a business portal to book all our travel, and I tried to book this flight, get through to the end of it, and the prices kept changing every time I was adding them to my trip. Yeah, between $138 or $200 for a flight, and you get to the end, it's like, oh, can't process transaction. You're like you didn't even get to the point of asking for a card. You're like,
yeah, right.
Okay. So I jumped out of that, went on my personal account, and the prices were like different again, but added up to the same amount for the cheaper option, which is $270 return. Got to the end, put the card in, comes up, yep, not going ahead. I'm like, all right, this is not working. I'm like, card's good. So I tried the business. I tried probably 7 times. I'm like,
they're just absolutely sick of you on that plane.
Yeah, there's no chance. You're not getting on. So I rang them. I haven't rung to book a flight for forever.
Yeah,
right?
Ever?
Probably ever, yeah. And I rang them up. I'm like, hey, look, I'm having heaps of problems with your website. I've tried different things. Here's the flight numbers I'm trying to get onto. Prices keep changing on them. And so the best combination that I had during that whole process was about $270. The guy's like, okay, no worries. I'll see a seat on that one. I'll put you on that one. See a seat on that one. Get you on there. No sweat. $204. I'm like, I'll take it. Done.
Done.
Yeah. So call up and book your flights is the lesson I'm trying to give. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, interesting.
I'm going to try that next time when I go to book a flight. I'll just call them and be like, yo, how much can you do this for?
Yeah.
I didn't even ask about the price. I'm just like, hey, I need to book these flights. Assuming it was going to be somewhere in the price.
Somewhere in the same
vicinity. Of the price.
It is quite strange. I was looking for flights. I was hoping to get my mum over from Tassie for Easter.
Oh yeah.
But the flights at the moment are just ridiculous.
Yeah, right.
And like you were just saying though, it's like you'd see one, it was like, $135, awesome. But then you go to the return one, it'll be $950. Yeah. And then you go back and it's like, oh, cool, $235. All right. The next one.
Yeah.
$800.
Yeah.
You're like,
yeah, right. So that's when you book a one-way trip and then you use a VPN and you change your other one.
Yeah.
Certainly tried that before. But yeah, no, just call them, Maxwell.
Just call them.
Seems to be
I might have to ring them up.
Seems to be the way. Yeah.
See what happens.
Literally it was anyway, that was exciting. Enjoyed that phone call for once. Took 4 hours, It's like
on hold for a while.
On hold for a while, but yeah, that's it. Nice, mate. So no other in the dark plans for the remainder of this year? Really about Foxtastic?
Not too much. Probably just focus on the Foxtastic Weekend and maybe try and get back into the YouTube videos a bit.
Okay.
Fell off a bit after the wedding and summer. I haven't really done much shooting as
You've
such.
been nursing a bit of an injury, haven't you?
I have been for a couple of years now.
For a couple of years. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're going through some things. My neck and shoulder and
you talked
everything.
about it, that sort of how you're holding your gun.
I'm not sure if it's how I'm holding my gun or how I'm mounting rifles. So I've been to a physio a fair few times now. I've got nerve damage in my neck, and I don't know if it's shooting related, but it seems every time I go out for a big night on the rifles that I end up just worse off.
Right. Okay.
So I have been avoiding it a little bit, which is not something I want to do.
No.
But yeah, I need to work on a way of making it better and work out what's actually causing it, whether it's just bumping around in the ute all night or whether it's the way I'm mounting rifles. Maybe I should go to left-handed.
Yeah, right. Why would you say that? Just
it seems to be, it's my right shoulder is the major issue.
Okay.
But it comes from my neck. So I've got.
And are you left eye dominant or anything?
I am left eye dominant.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's the missing piece there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can shoot left-handed quite well.
Yep.
I didn't realize I was left eye dominant until I started shooting archery, probably 10 years ago. I did archery for a little while.
Yep.
And I always noticed that whenever I would draw the bow,
I
was shooting compound, so you have a little peep sight.
Yep.
It'd just be really blurry.
Yeah. Okay.
And when I was talking to someone who did a bit of archery, and they're like, "Oh, why don't you just have a look at what eye you're dominant with?" I'm like, "Oh, how do you do that?" And they tell you to do this thing where you hold
won't be able to hear you
and then
Maxwell won't be able to hear you without you.
Oh, you can't hear like that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you do this triangle thing and move it towards your eye and see which one you focus in.
Yep.
So I did that, and it turns out I'm left eye dominant.
Right.
And then I went and had my eyes tested, and I have a misshapen cornea in my right eye.
One of those, right?
One of those.
Lucky you.
Yeah. So yeah.
Whatever that means.
20/20 vision in my right eye, in my left eye.
Yep.
And absolutely dog shit in my right.
I need to get some more ice.
Thank you.
All right, it's top up time.
Top up time.
Yeah, a little bit more. Okay, so you worth trying left hand.
I think so.
Yep.
I think it's something I'm gonna have to do. Invest in some New rifle, maybe.
Invest in a new rifle.
Well, I don't know how I would shoot that well left-handed with a right. I mean, you can shoot support side in a competition pretty well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
give it a go. You know, I mean, if you want
to spend some time on the range and practice and that sort of thing.
Don't get me wrong. If you want to use it as an excuse to buy a new gun, be my guest. But you probably don't need to.
Yeah.
But as I said, be my guest if you want to. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure I can find someone out there who's left-handed who'll take me out for a night.
Yeah, for sure. So is that like in the air rifle, you can get one around the other way?
I think in the FXs you can actually just change them.
That's what I was thinking. They sort of seem to be the type of thing you can unbolt something, change it around. And
I don't seem to have too much issues with the air rifle.
Okay.
I think because everything's quite high mounted on that. The scope sits quite high. It's got the adjustable cheek rest and that sort of thing, mostly on my lower mounted optics and rifles.
Yep.
So it might just be something to where I'm kinking my neck down.
Yeah,
and it's affecting the nerves in my neck. But keep working away on it and trying to strengthen it and do bits and pieces. And
it made me think of something. You talk about the equipment and what the guys, finding someone with the left-handed to get you out there. Do you do anything with Foxtastic to sort of take some info about what guns and such the guys are using?
I haven't up until now, but I am going to reach out to the winners and first, second and third and just get them to send me through
a bit of a survey
of what they're using, what calibers, what scopes. Yep. I know the guys in Zero Dark Foxy had a Can-Am.
Okay, yep.
So they had a buggy set up.
Brilliant.
So maybe some information about that.
Because I think we used to do that with PRS is sort of survey the guys at the
you see it in all competitions.
Yeah, it was each match, like, what gun, action, stock, all that sort of gear. And it's just interesting to see what is being used. Sometimes there's some unusual kit in there. You see the trends. So the big things that we used to see in PRS was when it first started, even before it was PRS, we were still doing the same thing. We were surveying the guys. And first time round, 300 Win Mags everywhere, right? With a couple of 260s.
What a terrible idea.
Yeah, 300 Win Mags, bunch of 308s. And then even the year after, so 12 months after, these one competition a year, and we went to a much more even mix of 6.5s or 260s in there, and almost no 300 Win Mags, and still a bunch of 308s because that's what dudes had. And then you look at what within 2 or 3 years of that, it was 6 mils and 6.5s, and now it's all 6 mils and probably a few 22s.
Yep.
And it's been you see that trend, you see the brands. There's like a big brand drops a scope design for that thing, for that discipline. You'll see if it's a good option, people trending towards that away from some other stuff where you used to have a fairly even split of MOA and mil.
Yep.
Within 2 to 3 years, that sort of even split became 98% mil and one dude with an MOA.
It was only the one guy who was like, I've always shot MOA and I've just started doing this.
Yeah, he was having success and he knew it well, which is perfect, no sweat. But those sort of trends you see, and it would be obviously I think you'd see much more diversity in a hunting environment, but it would be kind of cool to see what.
I think you're right with the diversity thing. I think it'd be a lot of different stuff.
Yeah,
because you're not sort of all on the line checking out each other's gear. Everyone just sets stuff up.
Yeah,
and I don't think hunters change their gear as quickly as competitive shooters.
I think because comp shooters are looking for the 1%ers to beat because it's the competition. But I think what you might find is that if you see some consistent types of gear, brands, equipment, all that sort of gear through the guys who are at the pointy end and getting results, right, you'll probably sort of see
people trending towards
these, the top 4 or 5 teams all were using X, right, or there's half of the guys were running this. You might see if you guys not in a bad way, but in terms of right, with that there's some sensible equipment.
Yeah.
Obviously, these guys aren't going to be using it and getting those results if it was bad. that sort of element
exactly.
more than
It's
the
like,
gamification.
I'm using these projectiles, but the top 3 guys are using those projectiles. Maybe I should give them a go.
Yeah, potentially. Like, not the gamification we see in the competition where it's all, those little extra percenters, but it's a type of thing like you see 5 guys using SH35Ls from Hick Micro.
Yep.
Like, well, it's probably a good choice of option if I was going to look at that sort of budget price for a scope. Not saying it's budget, but within that budget.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, well, obviously a number of guys are getting good results.
It's working for them.
Yeah, sort of proving the product rather than necessarily chasing the trend.
Yeah,
is probably what you might find more in the hunting. But it'd be interesting to do. I think maybe next year, like include the option to survey the gear if people want to put that information forward. Guys are usually pretty keen to talk about their guns, right? Like,
exactly.
Guys are pretty happy to put that forward there.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea of maybe build a survey page that we can just chuck up a link and be like, hey guys, we've got a survey if you want to fill it out and try and get some average numbers of what people think they shoot in a year as well. Would be interesting. Be like actually go into like.
Do you keep any tallies of that sort of gear?
Not at the moment.
No?
Like personally. I keep a bit of a tally.
Okay.
I know quite a few people do. They just got a notes app in their phone every time you shoot something, put something there.
Yep. Yeah, I used to.
I haven't done it this year because it's not looking real good.
You're only 3 months in.
Yeah, it hasn't been enough shooting to worthy a tally.
That's right. I believe in you, Maxwell.
Yeah.
You got time.
I'll get there.
Yeah. Nice.
End of the year.
End of the year. Yeah.
Just a mad rush.
Yeah, that'd be good to get sort of indication of what people are doing for a year, for an estimate for them.
Yeah.
All that sort of stuff. But that's interesting information.
I know there's a few people who do it on Facebook. I've seen in some of the Fox groups. They just put out a thing every month and get people to submit how many foxes they shot for the month and that sort of thing, keep a tally that way.
Yeah.
So there is people doing it, but it would be interesting to see from the Foxtastic side of things.
Yeah, of course.
Whether most people are sort of like, oh, this is our one weekend that we're sort of going to go hunting, or
they get to do it a couple
of times
a year,
they do it a couple of times a year, or whether they're out every other weekend.
Yeah, that would be interesting to know for sure. Yeah,
definitely.
Okay. Very good. What have you got any plans to get back to New Zealand yet?
No plans to get back to New Zealand, unfortunately.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to go back.
Yeah. We just had a guy come on board in Melbourne and he's been over to New Zealand hunting, but North Island.
North Island.
Yeah. So he had spoke with him and his brother the other week and they were real keen to get down South Island. And I said, that sounds like this place you need to be, boys.
Yeah. I think there's pretty good hunting on both islands.
Yep.
But
they did well.
The South Island is definitely the more picturesque
gotcha.
hunting location, I think.
Yeah.
The big views and the floorlands is just that'd be next level, I reckon, hunting down there.
Yep.
So one day. I actually I don't know if I spoke about this. I had dinner with my grandpa not long ago, after our honeymoon.
Yep.
And we were talking about Milford Sound.
Oh yes.
And he informed me, it would have been 25 years ago, 30 years ago, he went over there and hiked for 4 days from Tianuu all the way up to Milford Sound.
Yeah, right. I think you mentioned this, but I don't think it was on the show.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Maybe it was. I don't remember. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know he had done that, and it was interesting to find out.
4 days.
Yeah. Big walk.
And that would be a solid 4 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Especially I think he was 50 when he did it, so.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Solid effort.
Yep.
Yeah. Where have you hiked recently?
No way. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't done much hiking. I didn't do much hiking when I was over there either.
No. A lot of driving.
A lot of driving.
A little bit of walking around.
Yeah,
okay.
Not too much hiking.
Went on a boat.
Yeah. The boat was nice.
Yeah. Very good, mate. Very good. And what else? So now Foxtastic, I mean, that's usually like talking to you from like the end of last year or the end of a year to now is usually like Foxtastic is everything at the moment.
Yeah.
So what's Maxwell's plan for the rest of 26?
Probably try and do some hunting. I'm going over to Victoria in a month.
Okay. What's the plan?
Hopefully, if there's petrol and diesel available, I'll be going.
What's the plan for that?
Heading over for a friend's wedding.
Okay. Yep.
Which should be pretty fun, I think.
Yep.
Big hunting wedding, so should be a good catch up.
Big hunting, like you're all going hunting together?
I hope so.
Okay.
They're getting married.
Shoot
I'm
a
going
buck
hunting.
and then you can kiss the bride?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're getting married and then you're going hunting?
I hope so.
Yep.
That's the plan.
Yep.
So yeah, spend a few days over in
Is that high country sort of area?
over in the high country. So planning on taking a week off work and mosey on over and enjoy the wedding.
Yep.
Enjoy their company for a night, and then probably enjoy my own sorrow and misery for a day of being hungover, and then hopefully go do some hunting and catch up with some people, and
Yeah, sweet.
then probably cruise back through Melbourne for a couple of days and spend some time in the city.
Okay.
Caitlin wants to go see, my wife wants to go see, there's a body parts museum
Okay.
from Berlin,
Right.
and it's all,
Sounds amazingly creepy.
yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's all
right.
cut open bodies that have been preserved and stuff.
We should do like a Bullet Points podcast meetup in Melbourne.
We should.
Go to a pub with our 35 people.
With our
from
35
WA.
people. Yeah.
And I could probably
We're going to
organise-
need to find a pub that's got 35 people in it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's. I'm sure there'd be a couple.
Surely.
We should hook something up.
Yep.
Because I could probably be in Melbourne whenever.
You
that
probably
is.
will be in Melbourne at some point while I'm over there.
I'm sure it will work out. We'll just go to a pub one night, have a few drinks if people want to join us and talk about hunting stories and such. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can think of
Definitely.
worse things to do.
I'm sure Caitlin will find something else to do.
She's got the bodies thing to
Yeah.
go see. Yeah.
Oh, we'll just hang out at the pub all day while she's at that then. Perfect.
Brilliant. All right. Well, we'll have to get some dates from you.
Yep.
Yeah. And that could be fun
Yeah, definitely.
if you are actually going to go.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Yeah. Just the price of fuel that might be the
Well, I don't think it's so much the price.
availability.
Availability, I think, might be an issue. So hopefully not.
It's a fair challenge at the moment, isn't it? Like we got guys here that are going to Mount Gambier this weekend for a pedal pre thing. And
And they've got a pedal pre there.
they've got a pedal pre at Mount Gambier and they might have to pedal pre all the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Driving down and like, are we going to be able to get food? Food probably.
Yeah.
Fuel on the way back is the concern.
Soon, yeah. Well, luckily enough, we've got a long range tank, so I know I can get to Melbourne from Adelaide
Yep.
on one tank.
Yep.
I'm sure we can find fuel over
Oh,
there.
you get fuel in Melbourne.
Yeah.
No doubt. So, yeah, okay. Fun.
Yep. Exciting times.
Yep, I'll stick with the plane for the time being.
Yeah.
But I guess if you're taking guns over to go hunt with, it's not impossible, but more challenging. But you're not
And
in
a swag.
You're not in Melbourne.
Not
right?
in
Because
Melbourne.
you're
We're
4 hours out.
4 hours on the other side.
Yep.
So-
How do you do that last bit?
Yep.
Private jet for you, Maxwell.
Private jet. Just maybe a helicopter. Fly to Melbourne, then helicopter into the high country.
Get dropped off at the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Parachute into the wedding. Make it.
Probably not a parachute.
No? All right.
No, I'm not a big fan of heights.
Yeah, well, the parachute helps with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't help with my fear of heights. It helps
I mean,
me.
someone can push
Helps
you
with
out
my
of the
fear of dying, maybe.
It's the landing that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Parachute helps with the landing.
Not if you hit trees. Or
Yeah, I mean, it still helps, right? Still
I just
helps.
Hit them with less force.
It's exactly right. Yeah. So a wedding in Melbourne, so some hunting potential there. Yeah.
Some hunting potential.
Yep.
Probably just foxes and rabbits and stuff, but maybe some deer.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in high country, you've got opportunity. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, same place as last time. So
What will you take over for that?
I just had a new 6 Creed built. So
Did you?
I did.
Can you?
It's not,
you
it's
can't
not
really
good for
use that.
sandbar, but
Yeah.
there is fallow over there.
Okay. You still find a fellow.
Yeah, and there's foxes. So
What did you have built?
I have a ticker
Yep.
with a carbon barrel
Okay.
in a Boyd's, like the PDI Boyd's. What are they? Can't remember what he calls them.
Okay. Precision defense.
Yeah,
Industries,
Precision
yeah?
Defense Industries.
Like the lightweight-
Bolly, yeah,
the Bolly
Bolly
ones.
stock, yeah.
Not Boyd's.
Yeah, not Boyd's.
Gotcha.
Bolly.
Yeah.
Yep, carbon Bolly.
Super lightweight then.
Super lightweight.
Yep.
I think
6.5
it's-
Creed.
Yep. 6 Creed.
6 Creed.
6
What
Creed.
What made you go with that?
Super lightweight fox gun.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Just something different. Didn't have a 6 mil.
Now you do.
Now I do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Have you shot it?
A little bit.
How do you find it?
Light.
Those bolly stocks are crazy light.
Yeah. The carbon barrel is also a really low profile Bartline carbon barrel that Tim at Maxord spun up for me.
Yep.
It's an absolute hammer.
Yep.
The first group I shot with it was 5 rounds and I think it went 0.23. And it was like shot 5 to 10.
Yeah.
Out of the barrel.
Got to be happy with that to start with.
Can't complain. Took it out to 1100 on an IPC.
Yep.
And then went and shot some goats with it.
Yep.
And then put it in the safe and I haven't touched it since.
Fine. Yeah.
So need to get it back out and go shoot some foxes like we planned.
Yep. Yep.
Get a load devved up for the 80 VTs.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the VTs.
The VTs. Yeah.
Okay.
And go blow some foxes up.
So why so light for that?
All my guns are heavy. All my guns are varminting guns. I didn't have anything lightweight.
Okay. Is this to try and help with the shoulder element, or is this just
no? It was just
another option.
Just another option.
Yep.
I got sick of carrying around my 7.5 kilo 223.
I guess they're good when they're vehicle based, right? It's not such a big deal. But if you're going to go out, on foot,
if you've got to go out on foot,
it
gets the 17 HMR is not too bad, but you just don't get the distance.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then so I was like, I need something light. I'll throw something together and
away you go.
Yep.
What have you got on top of that?
At the moment, it's actually got a Delta on it.
Okay.
That
Strikers?
Yeah, one of the Delta Strikers. 2.5 to 18.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I reckon. Or 3.5 to 21.
3.5 to 21, mate.
3.5 to 3.5 to 21.
2.5 to 15, I think they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's the to 20. Yeah, 21.
Yep.
It's a nice scope. Bonnie lent it to me, so
very nice
it'll
scope.
sit there until he asks for it back.
No reminders? Yeah, okay. Very good.
Yeah, so I might look at putting an Alpex Pro on it maybe.
Oh, yeah. After playing with one on the last show.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Looking forward to them landing.
They're coming
soon.
It's
not knowing when this episode goes out. Yep. So,
could be here already.
Could be here already, but they're not currently.
They're not currently as of right now.
But they're not far away. I don't think they're too far away. So they'll be popular. They we banged on about them last time, but that wasn't just because Travis was sitting in the room.
Yeah.
We're now banging on about them again because we got to play with them for a bit.
Yeah, it's a cool looking scope. It's a wicked image.
It just keeps getting closer to why have a day optic.
Yep.
Depending on what you're doing, obviously. Just comp and long range and stuff reasons you would. But
there's a lot of reasons to choose glass. There's a lot of reasons not to choose glass.
But so many scenarios that what's the way to explain this? Like that the 3D-ness. I don't know if that's clear. But obviously when you're looking at digital optic, it's flat.
Depth of field.
Yeah, but by putting so much variation in the colours and the contrast and that sort of gives a much more feel of depth.
Yeah.
And by having depth, it feels more natural in what you're looking at. And therefore, you go, well, this actually looks pretty close to what a day scope looks like, but it has all this benefit at night.
Yep.
Why am I bothering with a day scope? Makes lots of sense.
For what, $1,800?
1899.
1899. Yeah, that's for the image you're getting in that thing. That's crazy.
It is. So I mean, we had hands on one with last week, but to be actually hands on, take them out, go and play with them for a little while, I think that'll be really cool to see.
Yep, definitely.
So look forward to it.
Very much.
Not too far away. There's a few other exciting things coming, but we'll bring them up as we get the ability to talk about them. So lots of cool stuff happening.
Yeah, definitely a growing market.
Yeah, absolutely. So all those guys getting ready for Foxtastic next year.
Yep.
It's coming back, is it, Maxwell?
I think so.
You always,
I think I've backed myself into a corner where I have to just do it now.
just keep
doesn't
on
matter
doing
if I want to do it. I've got to do it.
because I know basically the week of it, you're like, I'm never doing this again. It's the worst thing ever.
It's the months beforehand.
Yeah.
The planning of it in the beginning sort of start. In reality, I'll probably start next month. Really.
Yeah. I mean, mate, it was the same
April,
for me
May.
for period. I mean, you were talking about this the other night, and I was hearing it, and I didn't say it, but I'm like, it was the same for me, but it was every 4 weeks when it was PRS. You asked me on a Thursday before a PRS, you asked me legitimately, I never want to do it again.
Yeah.
By the time we get to like the following Tuesday, that was kind of fun. Yeah, all right, we'll give it another crack.
It's like a lot of things in life. It's the pain and punishment of a hard hunting trip, and you get to the end of it and you've just walked out with a deer for 6Ks or whatever strapped to you and everything's aching and you don't ever want to do it again. That was horrible. You got cuts all over
24 hours,
you.
You're like, this is the best day of my life. Yeah.
And then you start talking to people about it and you're like, oh, yeah, I went on this hunting trip last week. It was unbelievable.
So good. Not even
unbelievable.
No complaints, not a downside about it.
Nothing better than being stuck in the mud for 16 hours and
digging out the ute.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's go do it again.
Let's go. Tomorrow.
So, 2027.
It's happening?
It's happening. March 2027. It's always in March.
It's always in March.
It's always in March.
Is that because it's an essay-based event and the only things ever on in essay is in March? Is that why?
Yeah.
Sure.
I figured it's just the busiest time of year for everyone, so I figured I'd just put it then. No, it really works out well. You're coming up to lambing season. You haven't hit cropping season. Well, crops have been taken off.
Yep.
The only real place it doesn't work great for is Queensland and New South Wales because the amount of rain they're getting that time of year.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
although having said that, didn't the winning team go from Victoria to New South Wales?
Yeah, it's more the other side of New South Wales, Queensland, further north. That really struggles with.
So they just have to drive further south.
Yeah, they've just got to find better properties down here.
The Vic guys went up to New South Wales.
It's not raining in WA. Go over there.
There we go. Yeah, well, we'll be there later this year, apparently. Yep, and we'll be at a pub.
Yep.
We'll be at a pub in Melbourne. We'll be at a pub in we got a tour. We got an Australian tour coming.
Find us at a pub near you.
The Bullet Points podcast Australian tour is happening in 26 and the build up to the 27th Foxtastic Weekend.
That's it. Let's do it.
Pub tour. Great. Well,
excellent.
We did actually try. This never got released yet or at all. But we did actually try the other week to go to a pub.
We did try a pub.
And do a podcast from the pub as we had dinner. And
we just had dinner.
We basically we ended up having dinner. We tried. We talked. We did
a podcast, but it was just dinner.
Yeah, but it was conceptually it was good fun. Like we went to this little restaurant called Little Hunter here in Adelaide, and they had some average taxidermy on the wall. And we went in and we talked about their menu.
That was below average taxidermy.
Very average. And it was a good. We had a great time. It was good food. It was good food, wasn't it?
It was good food, yeah.
And we talked about that. Talked about some of the history of Foxtastic. Anyway, we had a great chat for probably an hour and a half. And then the production team here went, no, it's not. It's the audio quality wasn't there. The video element was not there enough.
Yeah, so we had that little 360 camera, which I think died about 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah. And they said if it was a more iconic location, they would have put up with the poor quality audio. But, we didn't want to subject you guys to that.
We didn't want to torture you.
So what we'll do is just turn it into live events instead. Yep. So we'll just go to a pub somewhere and
we'll have a conversation and you all just have to listen to it.
I was going to say be involved, but whatever. So, but we'll try and make Melbourne happen. That'll be fun. Yeah. And then if that works well, then we'll go to WA.
That's it.
All right, done.
Someone actually messaged us if they listen from WA.
That would be great. Get in touch and you know what's going to happen.
Tell your friends about it.
You know what's going to happen? They won't be in Perth. They'll be in somewhere else that we can't get to very easily.
You'll fly to Perth and it'll be a 6-hour drive up.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But anyway, that'd be good fun. We'll make that work.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
We'll do something.
We'll do a trip.
Very good. All right. Well, I'm going to go to the airport get on my flights that I booked via phone.
Yep.
See if they actually exist. And
Hopefully they do.
probably rang the wrong airline. And you're going to go and set up your FX Impact to left hand.
Probably not. I'm probably going to go organise some stuff to be sent out to people who won things.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the event's finished, but there's still a lot more work to go for my end. So
yeah, if you're watching this, and you had something coming, it's probably almost there, if not there already.
They'll have some stickers.
They have some stickers for the podcast. Yeah.
Yep, there'll be stickers coming from the podcast, and they're Foxtastic Weekend stickers too.
Perfect. Yeah.
So keep an eye on your mailbox for those.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with another guest next 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Looks forward to it.
See you then.